What do you think? Do you want one more? Or you want to go back to drinking? Yeah? One more? Okay. This is from the end of the book, and it kind of ties all the other Beatles stories together. This is called Meet the Beatles. We had stayed an extra day in Vegas to catch a performance of the Beatles' Love. The whole audience was on its feet for the final number. I think it was All You Need Is Love, when footage of the Beatles themselves appeared for the first time, projected on giant scrims. 4 huge heads, one per screen, talking, laughing, listening, looking around. I glanced up at John to my right, then over at George on my left. George gazed around the room slowly, caught my eye for a long moment, and smiled what seemed to be a gentle little smile of recognition. And in that smile came one of those unmistakable electroshock moments of communication that I've come to know so well. George's smile had said, "I sent you my message of awakening and you received it. I knew you would." I jumped back, startled. Surely I'd imagined it. Who gets secret messages from a dead Beatle? Charles Manson maybe, but not me. God knows I'm willing to entertain some pretty weird possibilities, but really, this was too much. It must have been a trick of the light, I told myself. It only happened because George's gaze had seemed to catch my eye. As if in answer, George's image faded away and was replaced by Ringo, who laughed gently as he stared me right in the eye. And nothing. No electrical impulses, no messages sent or received. So much for that theory. Well, okay then, I thought, reconsidering the evidence. Time, space, bodies, and the whole entire 3D world are just an illusion. Oh, hey, wait, that was the same message George had been sending all along, come to think of it, so I guess I really did receive it. Anyway, if everything we perceive is equally illusory, what difference does it make which vehicles are chosen for transmitting spiritual experience? And why should I get to decide which of those vehicles are appropriate or legitimate? I thought back to the careful construction of that sparkly beaded Ohm shirt, accompanied by all those Harrison songs played over and over on the stereo. Uncomprehending and incurious about the meaning of the lyrics, I listened devotedly anyway, never once removing the records from my turntable. Then I thought of the Parisian shopping epiphany with Australian Jesus and Within You Without You playing on the Story sound system. And lastly, the terrifying Jello Time experience last December in Sedona, accompanied by, what else, the Love soundtrack on the CD player. And then I realized, in a rush of warmth and gratitude, that Spirit, working through these unsuspecting pop icons, had been transmitting its message of universal truth in one way or the other throughout my entire life. Ingeniously, it chose the only open channel I would allow at the time for receiving its message of oneness, patiently waiting decades until I'd be willing at last to develop the ears to hear it.